Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with their rivals and co-tenants here in the building, the New York Jets. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
I still remember a scouting report that a former Giants GM had on Eli Manning coming out of Mississippi. He simply said he has it. And we always talk about the it factor, which means they're going to play large in big moments, in key situations, and Eli Manning has always had that.
Break. 50 seconds, right? Yeah. You don't want none. You go.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Manning now to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. About 3 yards there to the 27. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. From the right hash here, and the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
We got to step it up. Check, 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 check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the set. 57, Mike 57. Watch the slip, watch the slip.
On 2nd and 11 now. Manning finding his target. It's Cody Latimer. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
50 seconds to Mike. 57.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Darnold. And an alley to run. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
You know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. He can't hang.
Darnold on first down. A screen to Bell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Darnold now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air again, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Anunwa's got it. Complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Darnold. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Catanzaro's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
after the made field goal. Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
Working from the gun, Manning. It's complete to Golden Tate. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Manning again. His throw incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
On the ready. Mike's by 4. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Ready.
On first down, Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Rosas' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. And Tate's got it. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Down. 50, plant. 50 saves the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Manning looking for Shepard deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught by Penny.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still
offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Manning. And he finds Penny. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
18 Gator. 54, watch 54. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Let go.
On second down now, Barkley, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Right there. 52.
From the gun, it's Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 70, Indy. You remember me? Let's go. Ready?
He completes it to Tate. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Manning. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 30 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Jets. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough day. tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Jets on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Saquon Barkley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Manning to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the 45 on 2nd down, Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
57, Mike 57.
Faking the give to Barkley, now Manning. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. Manning to throw. He gets it complete to Latimer. And some room to run now. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check pass. Check pass.
To throw is Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.